Alright guys, welcome back here to LJ Reactions. Again, if you guys follow me on Twitter or any of our social media products, Instagram, Snapchat, you knew we're going to be doing a review tonight for NXT Takeover Phoenix. You guys know me as James on here. You know I'm the more of the wrestling fan more than my cousin Leroy. So you knew you're going to get a review from me tonight for NXT Takeover Phoenix, which again, takeovers never disappoint. I don't think there's been a takeover Triple H has done that has disappointed. Yeah, here and there may have a couple matches, you know. They're not 5-star matches that you're going to get every time, you know what I'm saying? You may get 3-star matches, but you know you're getting a great show from Triple H, which is the one thing that we all admire about Triple H. We're praying for him to take over. Frick Steph Curry. We're praying that Triple H takes over the main roster, but you know we're going to have to wait a couple more years, probably till Vince goes do the XFL crap. Until then, if you're on the NXT roster, you tell Triple H, I don't want to go nowhere. I'll gladly stay down here until you take over the main roster. Like, look at the Revival, people. Revival. The Revival. Look at them. Arguably the greatest tag team in NXT history. Look how they're being booked on the main roster. I bet you right now they're probably saying, Triple H, yeah, we're ready to go back down to NXT. Or we'll just wait till our contracts go out and we go to AEW. So, if you're any NXT talent, for example, we get into a women's match, she should stay down there. Just like Kairi Sane, who won Female Performer of the Year, and she won Competitor of the Year. Kairi Sane, stay down there. Don't go to the main roster. Okay? Aside from that, show is fucking great. NXT is always great. Triple H never disappoints. Now, this is not going to be a long-winded review. It's just going to be me hitting the key points of the show, me giving you what I thought of the matches, and where I think they're going to go forward. So, because again, it's only 9:40, man. That's the good thing about NXT. When they're starting NXT, I can take the 7 o'clock start time because again, it's 9:40, which is a great time over here. But opening match, it was the Undisputed Era, which was Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly taking on the War Raiders. Now, if you guys saw my Royal Rumble preview predictions, I give my predictions also with NXT in there. And I said the War Raiders should win here because, again, certain points Triple H knows when, okay, a tag team has had its run, or a tag team, you know what, we'll give you a little break here and there, and then we'll give it back to you maybe a couple months later. Let's just let them have a little run here. But the tag team wrestling we get on the main roster was nothing like we got here tonight. There's no excuse for the main roster to not have to give us tag team action. Listen, you don't have to give tag team action like a pay-per-view match every single week. You don't have to do that. But you have 3 hours on Raw. You tell me you can't find a way to give one tag team match at least 75% of what we got tonight from the NXT, from Undisputed Era and War Raiders. 75%, at least something like this. Instead of these generic same matches, 2-3 minute matches, like, this is so pointless. I don't feel like watching it. You tell me you can't give us 75% of this on the main roster events? Again, War Raiders, Undisputed Era, it started off a little bit slow, but it picked up towards the end. I don't know which member of the War Raiders it was, but the guy with the long hair and the beard dude freaking put on a cartwheel. I mean, the War Raiders were a fun tag team to watch. Now, again, I don't watch every single week of NXT. I don't watch every single week of NXT, but I watch occasionally here and there whenever I have free time on Wednesdays. I'll watch it. But War Raiders, I like you guys' skill, like the aggression you guys show. I mean, for a big man tag team, you guys have some great athleticism, which is, I mean, you don't find that very often in wrestlers where big men have great athleticism, but they sure did. Again, Undisputed Era have been, what, tag team champions for like how long? You know what I'm saying? It's okay to give it up to somebody else. I fear Adam Cole, who will move up. He'll probably move up, and he'll probably be challenging tomorrow. Listen here, we'll get into that later, but I think Adam Cole will have a big time match at TakeOver New York, or TakeOver Brooklyn 4, which they're going to call it. But I think he'll have a big showing. So Undisputed Era right now, give the belts to them. War Raiders can have the belt for right now. We're in January, February, March, April. They'll have a 3-month reign. That's perfectly fine right there. And then if you want to, you can give it back to Undisputed Era at TakeOver Brooklyn. But great match by the War Raiders, Undisputed Era. Again, main roster, at least 75% of what we saw tonight for a weekly basis. I mean, you have the 3 hours to do it. Okay? You have 3 hours to do it. Shoot. Matt Riddle versus Cassius. Oh no. Again, this match was just here for you guys if you've not seen Matt Riddle. Again, he was a former UFC fighter. Now he's a wrestler at NXT. This was pretty much to show you what Matt Riddle can do besides his UFC background. You know, Shayna Baszler has a UFC background, but she's more than a UFC fighter. So this was just for you to see Matt Riddle's side of him just not being a UFC fighter, which was a pretty good little showing for Matt Riddle. Cassius Ohno, your job is stay down there at NXT and put over the young talent. And he did a pretty damn good job for Matt Riddle, and it was okay. It was just there to show you Matt Riddle's side of him besides the UFC fight, which he had a good showing. And maybe moving forward, he'll progress to get better. And you know what? He has a good gimmick. He has a good gimmick, and I can see him moving forward. Maybe NXT weekend, maybe challenging for the North American Championship. Never know. On to the match of the weekend, and the match of the weekend, and maybe the match of the year so far. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, dude, Ricochet, literally, I'm giving him the nickname. I'm sorry, Vince Carter. I'm giving Ricochet your nickname, bro. He's half man, half amazing. I mean, we could just spend the rest of the video talking about this match here. Ricochet versus Gargano. If you just want to fire up the W Network and you say, you know, I don't feel like watching the whole damn show, just watch this match here. I mean, I tweeted at Triple H, bro. It went past the expectations I had, which was already going to be a 5-star match. I was already looking forward to being a 5-star match. But off the bat, Ricochet challenging his Miles Morales gimmick, and Gargano's outfit was freaking fire, bro. I'm definitely going to download that right after I get done here for the 2K19. But I mean, if Dave Meltzer does not give this more than a 5, just give it at least a 5 or more than a 5. I mean, you gotta watch it. I mean, my words will not put you in what this match did, man. Ricochet Gargano. I mean, the false finishes, the counters, Ricochet's athleticism, bro. Like, literally knowing every move Gargano was doing and countering it. I mean, Ricochet's high-flying ability. Gargano's challenging the inner Tommaso Ciampa in the match. I mean, freaking great. But let's just go through the match here. Gargano, pretty much we all know this. He has not won on TakeOver. Going into this match, he is not one going into TakeOver, and where I think Gargano is going to be going into the future, he had to get a victory here. Okay, Ricochet. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, the dude is really a real life video game, and hopefully I meet Ricochet when I'm going to go. I already got my tickets for NXT Tampa coming up in February. I hope I meet Ricochet there. But this match was great. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Again, my words will not do you justice. You must go watch this match. It will be the best match of the weekend. I mean, I don't see no match on Royal Rumble weekend taking the match of the weekend. I don't see it. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. I mean, it could, but we know it won't. Due to, you know who's booking it. It won't. But Ricochet versus Gargano. Great match here. Gargano pulls out the win over Ricochet, which, I mean, Gargano's not won on TakeOver at all. I mean, you can't have the guy lose again. You know what I'm saying? Going to the storyline, which I think they're going to do with him, but you can't have him lose again. You can't do that. So Ricochet did the work here for Gargano. Gargano gets the victory here. We'll see what happens with Ricochet and Gargano. Next match. Now, I know the Twitterverse went crazy when she lost, but people, she's in good hands, okay? She's in NXT. She's not on the main roster, okay? For example, when Asuka lost to Charlotte, everyone's like, oh, okay. She loses to Charlotte, it's okay. But she was on the main roster. Asuka went all the way from WrestleMania until literally till TLC to have proper booking. Again, people, when Asuka lost to Charlotte at WrestleMania, she literally went all the way from WrestleMania to TLC until she had proper booking. Okay? Bianca Belair is on NXT. Triple H will not have her loss go, you know what I'm saying, without being, whatever happens to Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair will be perfectly fine. She's in NXT, okay? She'll be fine. So, if you guys already noticed, Bianca Belair did lose to Shayna Baszler. But, listen here. Triple H made you believe. Even though she lost to Shayna Baszler, she fought till the very end. You know what I'm saying? For example, when Bayley lost to, I believe when she lost to Asuka in NXT, she struggled until she lost. For example, That's what we're saying. She struggled till she lost. Bianca Belair did the exact same thing. The two of the four horsewomen, Jessamine Duke and that other girl, Sharina, whatever. Sharina, what was it called? Sharina. They interfered. Shayna Baszler had to put her, I forgot what she calls her move, but it's the same thing like the Oscar lock. She put that on at least 4 times. Bianca Belair fought the last 2 times, struggling. First time she got up to her feet, but then Shayna Baszler put her back down again. And then the second time she got up to her feet almost, but she fell back down. And then Baszler ends up having Bianca Belair pass out. Bianca Belair will be perfectly fine, people. I think she'll beat Shayna Baszler at TakeOver Brooklyn. So again, Triple H makes you care about everything, bro. She's not gonna go unharmed. She would not be buried like Asuka was literally from WrestleMania till TLC. She will not be buried like that. So again, all these matches had great storytelling. So I'm not going to tell you, oh man, Bianca Belair lost. No, she'll be perfectly fine. Even though I rather have Bianca Belair win, but what would you do with Shayna Baszler? You know what I'm saying? If she would have lost here, you got to think of what you're going to do for her. Then this led to the main. Actually, you know what? Before we get to the main event, my man Velveteen Dream, which I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but you probably know what he's going to be doing tomorrow. You know what the Dream will be doing tomorrow. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but you know what the Dream will be doing tomorrow at 8:30 probably, or 9 o'clock tomorrow. You know what he'll be doing. But my man Dream came out the limo with 2 bad girls, man. 2 bad girls. And then he'll sit in ringside with them again, man. Dream, that swag is 1,000, my brother. But the main event, some people thought the match was dragging, but again, Triple H has great storytelling in the matches. Not everything's going to be fast-pacing, moving. You know what I'm saying? Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. No, not Gargano. Aleister Black and Tommaso Ciampa main event. Had great storytelling. Again, it wasn't a fast-paced match, but it was a damn sure physical, hard-hitting match, which we got from Tommaso Ciampa and Aleister Black. Again, Triple H made you care. For example, Aleister Black was undefeated. He was 7-0 going into takeovers tonight. So, storytelling told you wise, he will lose tonight. But Triple made you know why he would lose. It was due to his injury. And again, another great storytelling. When fucking Aleister Black kicked out of the third, I forgot what Tommaso Ciampa, I think it's called Fairy Tale Ending is his finisher move. It's called Fairy Tale Ending. But when he kicked out the third time, I was like, oh, this is going to be it here. Man, he's not kicking out. When he kicked out, I literally got him like, oh my shit, will Black actually beat Tommaso Ciampa? It didn't me knowing myself. He wasn't going to beat Tommaso Ciampa. But when he kicked out the third time, Black countered it. I mean, when he kicked out, he got up and then Tommaso Ciampa went for the move the 4th time. He countered it. Hit a baby, fade to Black, and then went for it again, but he couldn't get the impact due to his leg giving out, which Ciampa had worked on the leg in the match, and then Tommaso Ciampa hit the Fairy Tale Ending for the 4th time, and then pins Aleister Black, which again, great storytelling. Again, Black is undefeated on takeovers. He lost due to his knee giving way, which was great storytelling. And then the show ends with Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano raising both of the belts. And then before the show faded to ending, you saw Gargano looking at that belt. Looking at that belt that Ciampa has. Now listen here, people. We all know Triple H has this role in his head. Triple H has had this match penciled in since last year, okay? We have to find a way. How are we going to get Gargano versus Ciampa at TakeOver Brooklyn in Hell in a Cell? How are we going to get there? How are we going to get there, people? So, we'll have to find a way. How will Gargano lose his North American Championship? He has 3 months to lose that belt. So, we have to figure a way out how Ricochet is going to win back the belt due to Tommaso Ciampa interfering. We have to figure that way out, people. Or I don't know if we're going to figure that way out, but I will believe, I'm giving to you right now, Gargano versus Ciampa will take place. If it's Hell in a Cell, that will be great. That will be great. The first ever NXT Hell in a Cell match at TakeOver Brooklyn. Come on, man. Take my money now, Triple H. I just think that's where we're going. I think that's where we're going now. What would happen to Adam Cole? Maybe we get Adam Cole versus Ricochet again. I mean, I wouldn't complain about that. For example, people, picture this right now. War Raiders versus Undisputed Era rematch. After you saw it tonight, would you not want a rematch? Rematch at Brooklyn. Baszler versus Belair submission match. Adam Cole versus Ricochet rematch for North American Championship. Velveteen Dream versus, I don't know who. For example, screw that. Triple threat match. Dream, Adam Cole, Ricochet, North American Championship match. And then your final match, Gargano versus Ciampa for the NXT Championship, Hell in a Cell. WrestleMania don't even take place if that match happens. But that's just my thoughts from tonight, guys. You guys can comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll have a Royal Rumble review up tomorrow too. And let me know what you guys thought of the show. Matches rating. Gargano versus Ricochet, 5 stars. Black versus Ciampa, 4 stars. Baszler Belair, 3.5 stars. Tag team title match, 4 stars. And then Matt Riddle versus Ono, 3 stars. Overall, great show by Triple H. Great show by the performers tonight. And great show by my man Velveteen Dream pulling up with them 2 baddies. Don't forget to like, comment down below, subscribe. Social media's down below. Catch you guys tomorrow for Rumble Review.